Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you've ever wondered why a Rolex costs so much, you're in the right place. Today we're diving deep into the story behind the crown, the heritage, the craftsmanship, the materials, the production process, and the reasons why this iconic brand commands the price it does. Stick around, because by the end you'll see the price tag in a whole new light and know whether it's justified. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell so you never miss our deep dives into luxury, watches, and what makes them tick. Let's begin. Setting the scene, the name, the myth, the value. From the moment you hear Rolex, you envision precision, durability, luxury, a status symbol on the wrist. But the story begins over a century ago. Rolex was founded, as the company we know, by Hans Wilsdorf in 1905 in London, later Switzerland, and quickly set about establishing standards of reliability and precision that few could match. Why does the name carry weight? Because for decades Rolex captured historic moments, pioneering waterproof cases, watches worn on expeditions, submarines, sport, racing. That heritage adds an intangible premium. And in an age when many watches can tell time just fine, Rolex still sells thousands of dollars worth of metal and mechanics. Because you're buying more than time. You're buying legacy, quality, status, and assurance. The materials. What goes into a Rolex? One of the major reasons a Rolex costs significantly more than many other watches is the materials. Let's break them down. 2.1 Exceptional steel. Most common steel watches use 316L stainless steel. Rolex uses 904L grade steel, also called oyster steel, which is more corrosion resistant and takes a finer polish. That means the metal itself costs more, and the machining and finishing process is more demanding. 2.2 Gold, platinum, and special alloys. When you move up the Rolex range, you'll encounter 18K gold or even platinum. Rolex actually melts its own gold alloys in-house so that the tone, durability, and chemical composition meet their standard. These are expensive raw materials, and machining them is slower. Gold and platinum are softer, more difficult to finish to the high-tolerance Rolex demands. 2.3 Ceramics, Cerachrome bezels, advanced alloys. Rolex uses Cerachrome, their proprietary ceramic bezel insert, in many sport models. It's scratch-resistant, doesn't fade in UV light. Also, parts like the Parachrome hairspring, a proprietary alloy, are entirely manufactured to achieve superior accuracy and resistance to magnetism. 2.4 Sapphire crystal, precision finishing. The crystal covering the dial is synthetic sapphire, extremely scratch-resistant. Then the polishing, brushing, finishing of each case and bracelet link is done to a very high level. All of this adds cost. And remember, Rolex doesn't shortcut things. Production and craftsmanship, how it's made. Material is only part of the story. The manufacturing, finishing, assembly, testing, and quality control behind each watch are major cost drivers. 3.1 Vertically integrated production. Rolex controls a large portion of its production process in-house. According to sources, they manage their own foundry, their own gold alloy production, and many component machining operations. This level of control is expensive, but it allows them to ensure standards, traceability, exclusivity. 3.2 Precision machining and tolerance. Every watch case, bezel, link, movement part is machined to very tight tolerances, thousandths of a millimeter. The more demanding the tolerance, the slower the machine, the greater the cost. Rolex movements are hand-assembled and fine-adjusted by master watchmakers. 3.3 Assembly and finishing. Once machined, each part must be cleaned, polished/brushed, assembled, checked. Bracelets get pre-stretched, cases are polished and quality checked. Movements may be adjusted, regulated, certified. These labor hours add up. From one article. Assembling each movement and watch head involves scrupulous fine-tuning by expert technicians, very time and labor-intensive. 3.4 Testing and quality control. Rolex tests for water resistance, shock resistance, magnetism, accuracy. Sport models like the Submariner are rated to 300 m, others even deeper. That means more testing infrastructure, more time, more cost. For instance, the Rolex Sea Dweller was built to saturation diving specs. Heritage, innovation, and brand premium. Beyond materials and manufacturing, another key driver of cost is brand, heritage, and innovation. For point 1, historic milestones. Rolex built many firsts. The Oyster case, first waterproof wristwatch case. The perpetual rotor self-winding movement, and deep diving watches. This legacy gives Rolex a premium because they're not just another watchmaker. They are part of watch history. 4.2 Innovation investment. Rolex continually invests in R&D, new alloys, new materials, new movement designs, new casing technologies. That investment must be recouped. For example, launching ceramic bezel inserts, improved hairsprings, new finishes, all cost money, take time. That cost is partly built into pricing. 4.3 Brand, status, and resale value. When you buy a Rolex, you're buying more than a watch. You're buying status, recognition, and a piece that often holds or increases in value. Because of that, Rolex can command a premium over and above pure manufacturing cost. For example, many sources point to the combination of scarcity, desirability, and brand that pushes price up. Economics of supply, scarcity, and demand. A huge element in why a Rolex costs so much is economic. Supply, demand, wait lists, scarcity. 5.1 Limited supply of highly desirable models. While Rolex produces many watches annually, some estimates at 1 million per year, the most in-demand models have long wait lists and are hard to get at retail. When access is limited, value increases. The cost for a buyer includes waiting time, premium for access. 5.2 Rarity and collectability. Certain models are particularly collectible: vintage pieces, rare dials, discontinued editions. That rarity feeds into pricing and the brand's halo effect. While newer models aren't priced solely on collectability, the brand plays that card. 5.3 Resale market and investment perception. Rolex watches tend to hold value and sometimes appreciate. Many buyers view them as not just watches but investments. That investment mindset allows Rolex to price accordingly. It also helps maintain the perception that a higher price means higher value. Breaking down the price, what you're paying for. Now let's map all these factors into why the price tag on your wrist, say a stainless steel professional model, is what it is. Raw materials, steel, gold, platinum, ceramic, sapphire, higher cost than typical watches. Machining, finishing, polishing, hand assembly adds labor cost per piece. In-house production, vertical integration, more cost than outsourcing. Testing, certification, quality control ensures durability but costs time and infrastructure. R&D, heritage, innovation, brand premium, intangible but built into pricing. Scarcity, demand, status. The market allows higher pricing and resale value. After sales, warranty, brand support. An expensive watch implies expensive service infrastructure. What you get in return, a watch that is designed to last decades, often generations, maintain aesthetic and mechanical performance, hold value, and signal prestige. As one summary put it, ultimately, you get what you pay for, finely crafted timepieces made from the most prestigious materials. What this means for you, the buyer. If you're thinking about buying a Rolex or wondering whether the cost is justified, here are some takeaways. Entry models still cost more. Even the basic steel models are pricey, thousands of dollars, because they contain many of the same standards and materials as higher models. Choice of materials elevates cost significantly. Gold/platinum/diamonds cost much more, not just because of the material, but because the manufacturing cost rises. Think long-term. If you buy a watch with the intention of using it for decades or passing it down, the premium may make sense. Resale/investment isn't guaranteed. While many Rolex do hold value, not every model becomes collectible. Do your homework. Access and retail versus resale. Some models are priced at retail and still tough to obtain. Others you'll find at a premium on the secondary market. Does cost equal value for you? It depends on how much you value heritage, durability, brand, service, and the intangible luxury aspect. A few case studies/iconic models. Let's briefly look at two iconic Rolex models to reflect how all the above plays out in real watches. The Rolex Submariner, a dive watch icon. The materials: oyster steel, Cerachrom bezel, certified movement. The heritage, launched 1953, the brand recognition, all drive its premium. The Rolex Cosmograph Daytona, a racing chronograph legend. Collectability, demand, scarcity equals major premium. These aren't cheap because they're just good watches. They're expensive because they encapsulate brand history, high-end materials, precision engineering, and social desirability. Oversimplifying or misconceptions. Let's clear up some myths. It's just the name. While brand does command a premium, Rolex backs it with real materials, in-house production, and real innovation. It doesn't tell time any better than a cheap watch. True, many cheap watches tell time adequately, but Rolex watches tell time reliably, under extreme conditions, and maintain that reliability for decades. You pay a huge markup over cost. Yes, luxury margins exist, but many of the materials and processes used are genuinely more expensive than average watches. All the value is in second-hand price, not entirely. Some models hold value better than others. Service, condition, model all matter. Final thoughts: is it worth the cost? So, after all that, is a Rolex worth so much? That depends on your criteria. If you value precision materials, heritage, durability, status, and investment potential, then yes, the premium may feel justified. If you simply need a watch to tell time and don't care about brand or materials, then no, you'll likely find a better value elsewhere. But remember, luxury is as much about emotion as mechanics. Owning a Rolex means owning part of a story, of craftsmanship, of aspiration. In short, you pay for more than the sum of metal and gears. You pay for a legacy, an engineering statement, and a lifetime promise. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into why Rolex watches cost so much, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't yet, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when our next luxury timepiece breakdown drops. Drop a comment below. Which Rolex model do you find most fascinating, and does the cost feel justified to you? I'll try to respond to as many as I can. Until next time, keep your timepieces ticking and your standards high. Thanks for watching.